Good morning to my fellow disciple, Pick3 4 disciples. Good morning to my YouTube subscribers. And good morning to my other fellow lottery players. All right. This is D Love, aka Daryl, aka D Love. All right, here we go. Just wanted to make a video for most of the people in my group, and then I'm gonna start putting some new videos out with techniques I use for the Pick3 with the system Pick3 for SUG. Okay, because it doesn't matter what system you use. You can even use your hand and still come out and win a number. Don't let nobody think you got something locked. I'm just going to introduce my new workout I got here. But I'm going to change some things around. I was just playing with it, so I got to wait for an update on it. So that was my delays. When it got done, I was testing it out, boom, bang. But I got to get the draw counts put in here. As you can see, I call this the occurrence tracking, basically. But what I'm doing is tracking my straight patterns. As you see there up top, high lows. But what I got is I got them going down, as you could see, like that. So the reason I was doing that is because how I study the even and odd patterns like these here. That's why I was trying it out that way. But it to me, when I was studying, I seen that it was better, to have it coming up, that I can do, just as well. I tried it that way. I just wanted to see how it would work out. But because it's a long way going down, it's better if you come up and you can see the trend the same way. And as you work your way up, then you got the last top two to really see the thing here. So as you can see, like those that are highlighted, the drawers over here where you see the drawers, um, everyone that's highlighted yellow is highlighted because it's a high-low, one odd high, one even. One low odd, and if vice versa. If it's two evens, then one is highs, one is low. If it's three evens, it's not highlighted. I think even doubles too. If it's doubles, no, it doesn't count. Because it has to be the same suit. It has to be high and low. So that's why you see those drawers. They're yellow. And as you could see, the 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers I got here, right? Those are counting the highs and lows. So as you could see, the 4 is the aqua. The orange is a 1. The purple is a 1. The yellow is 2. And the green is 1. Blue is 2. Red is 2. And black is 3. So those are your 3 there. So I'll give you an example for like 3, 3. See there, 242. That's 3, 3. 3 lows, 3 evens, and you see the sums 8, right? So what I got here, the color codes, because I wanted to know the patterns as they come out, not just straight, but what pattern comes with it. And what I'm going to have this change, because like I said, it's coming reverse, but I'm going to have it change, and each one of these patterns have a key. They match with a key pattern. So and they're going to be highlighted. So I'll give you an example. I'll show you here. Okay, you see here 5, 7, 7, 44. 44 means for all highs, all odds, right? That should be highlighted. That'll be highlighted because that's a match. That right there matches. And I want to show you how you can use that in the system here. All right, so we said all odds, right? And then you got all highs. Right. And I'll show you your results there. Bang. It's 27 numbers. Okay. And if you do another one, I'll give you high, high, right? Low with an even. Here, you'll get 27 numbers. Bang. You see? And if I do this, high, low, high, right, and I put it this way, bang, I'll get 27 numbers. You see, and then if I go this way, high, low, low, right, and change that to an even, I get 27 numbers. You see what I'm saying? And then if I keep going, I can go, oh, let's turn it around. Because this right here, I'll turn around low, low, high, all right, E, E, O. And there you go. It's the same thing. See, 27 numbers. Low, low, high, and high, high, low. Let me flip this around for you right here. High, high, low. I'm sorry. Low, low, right there. And this right here, O, E, E. This is the same pattern. I mean, the same numbers. You see low, high, high with E, E, O, and high, low, low with O, E, E is, see there, O, 005, 007. See the last number, 449? Now, when I click it, you're going to have 54 numbers, and they'll be the same numbers, just reversed. Bang. I'm sorry. Bang. There you go. I'm sorry. Oop, what I said, 54 numbers. Not 54, 78. I miscounted. My bad. Anyway, that's because I'm doing it separately. But when you combine them, you get more because now the high, low, low is also interpreting the E, E, O. And the low, low, high is interpreting the odd, even, even. So the odd, even, even for there would be something that's a high, low, even. So you'll see every number with high, low in the back. I'll give you an example. Where's it at? Okay. So you got here, see, low, low, and then a high, which would be what? High even should be back here. I don't know why. Yeah, right there. See, like 308, 108. See, low, high, even. So that's why you got 78 instead of 54 because they're crossing over using everything. So anyway, so there you go. How these numbers are really the same number. Like I said, it's 27 numbers, 27 numbers. No matter how you put it, the numbers are all the same. So if you want to do like low, high, low, right? Low, high, low would be this. EOE. I'm sorry. EOE. EOE is 27 numbers. See what I'm saying? So you have to know all these patterns that carry 27 numbers. And this is how you could be successful in winning. Now I'll show you. So when I use the straight pattern to predict, I know what I'm looking for. So you'll see something like this. High, I'm sorry. Yeah. Odd. Hold on 1 second. Odd, odd, even, right? And then you could go here. So the odd, even could be high, high, right? And a low. And most likely you'll get something like this. High, low, and a high in it. A high, even. So you know that's a 6 or an 8. And the high, low is a 5, 7, or 9. And your low is a 1 or a 3. So you got 51, 71, 91, or 53, 73, 91. And that's how you know the number. And you know the back digit has to be a 6 or an 8. So you can have 518, 516. Could be this pattern. You see what I'm saying? And so these numbers are easy to know. And by the way, this is the system that Dante Payton used to kick my butt. Okay? This is the baddest system on the net that I've found so far. This has everything, not just giving you a reduction. This reduction command slasher for the Pick3. There's also one for the Pick4. But it also has tools here where you can use for convert over to box, whatever. An evaluation, wheeling numbers. Other members have their other workouts that you can also go there and share with them, and they share as long as you're a member. Every member here has something that you can use. They have all type of stuff here, and give you an example. See, pick 2, pick 3, and certain workouts. This one's using in and out, and with the E and O. There's some deep stuff here. Only thing is it's not explained, so someone would have to explain it to you because I don't even know it. Yeah, I guess you got to contact or find reach out to the one that with this project, or you can even ask the owner to, see it says help right there. You get help, and it'll kind of explain you how to use this project the correct way. It looks, something. The more you know, the more you grow. That's what I say. Don't let nobody stop you from learning to know more and think, nobody knows it all. Nobody's going to corner the market to anything. I think everything you know, could be created. And if you got something locked, I'm pretty sure like he got his website here, patent or whatever. But anyway, this is one of the best websites. It charges a monthly thing or a yearly. I pay for the whole year, which is way more worth it. As you can see, I'm a VIP member. Okay, I'm just a member. I don't own the website. As you can see, I'm a member until if I don't pay after that, I'll no longer be a member. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I know I like about it is the man's not worried about me trying to take something from his website and give it to somebody else or steal some idea. Because if anyone could take something on your website, just being a member, and steal it and give it to the other place, then you don't need no members. Because if you claiming I'm going to do it, what makes you think someone else ain't going to do it or already done it or been doing it? You know what I'm saying? And and that hasn't stopped you anyway. But anyway, let's get out of that. I was talking about, y'all know who, Lotto Odds and whatnot. I don't want to talk about it, but anyway, let's get back to the real deal. Let's just show you guys what I've been doing here with my wins so far. Taking a couple of breaks, but the last hits I had there, June 21st, I caught buck 50 in Connecticut. You see here, Ohio, caught it for 675 straight. Bang. Then you'll see, and that was on June 24th, like 3 days before my birthday. That was on time. Then we had here Ohio, June 30th, caught it box, 10 numbers, 150. Could have caught it for more too, but I was reserving, trying not to overspend, bang. And then on July 3rd, day before the holiday, 4th of July, caught 12 numbers, caught it 225. I did also catch it in the store. I played some numbers in the store as well, so it wasn't just I hit here. And some places I didn't hit here, I hit out in the store. I didn't play online. Then you got here, I caught New Mexico for $423. That was July 4th, 4th of July day. Bang, caught it straight, 15 numbers. This was using Pick3SUG, so it goes to show you I'm still doing what I've been doing because it's my knowledge that gets me the wins. And nobody's system can make me just win. Nobody can stop me from winning. And then my last, well, not my next and last hit, here, $91 little box hit I caught. I was waiting for this North Carolina. I thought it wasn't gonna come. I had it straight the other way. I mean, but I didn't catch it straight. I had it 741. I had it 47, and I didn't do it that way, but that's my bad. And then I caught here July 9th, 061. This was sweet hit. I had fell asleep and I woke up, and you can see there the time I got it in at 9:54. As I woke up, it was like 9:45, and I just looked. I saw the pattern, even odd, and I said, "Oh, I got this." And so I went with high, low, low. So I had 601, right? And I was about to leave it alone and just close it. And then I said, "Wait a minute, look at the high, low again." And I said, "Yeah, the pattern I knew for sure was going to be EEO." So I flipped the high, low to low, high, low, and that's how I caught it low, high, low, as you could see. So I had played high, low, high, and I had that for like 50 cents. If it had came out 601, I would have caught it for 450. But when I realized that it was gonna come, because I looked in the high, low pattern, I'll show you that in a minute, and that's why I caught that. And then I caught this little hit here for $75 in Tennessee, and that's it. And I've been cold 4 days. I took a little break, and ready to get back in the game. So I'm going to share with you guys, um, with that, So what I want to share you today, for those that are in Connecticut, I know you noticed this, I use this a lot. Got this Dante showing. I saw this in Dante videos one time, so I've been using it. Pretty good information. You can go ahead and use the high-low key digits. See key digits there, and you go switch over to key A. You want to know which one hasn't led, how long, this and that. Key B, you know, how long it's been out. At each number, see, 8 hasn't been in the middle for 43 days. You know, but I like to use the keys. I look at it as a whole. And so this tells me that a 3 has not been out in the midday or the evening in 33 draws. So that's 15, that's 16 days, 16 and a half days right there. So, because you got 2 days in a draw for Connecticut. So that's 16. So we know a 3 definitely will be due looking for it. So this is something I noticed about 3 days ago, 2 days ago. So that's something I'm going to go now and go to the pattern. So let's look at it. So this here is another one of my new projects. I call it the Big Four Sum. And the Big Four are the 12, 13, 14, and 15. Why? Because those sums seem to be around each other, and then when you don't see those sums, you obviously know it's the other sum. So like 15, you know, look for 17 and around them. You see, like, look, what's around 15? You see 13 around there, right? Look, 15, 13. See, 14, 15. You usually see 14 or 12, 12 or 13. See, look, 12 and one day, the next draw, midday to midday, 12, 12. Then evening comes 14. What comes the next evening? 14. So that's a hit. So sometimes you can take, so the purpose is to say to follow the Big Four. So see when the 13 came out, bang, you see the next draw, boom, 14 came. Bang, so I'd have been playing 14 and 15. You know what I'm saying? Bang, and then you could watch out for 12. So basically you're looking at a certain amount of numbers now instead of looking at all the numbers, you know? And then you can also, I always tell people to look for all odds and all evens to come out with that 12 or like 13. You know, you'll see it sometimes. I'll show you in here. And so it's very helpful as you keep going up. You see here the hits 13 and 13. Bang, usually 11 is around. So you see 11 and then 19. So I would have been looking for 13 because 11 and 13, they're right next to each other. It's only 2 digits away. So that's why numbers coming out are usually going to be in a range of 1 to 3. I tell people that all the time. So you count from 1 to 3. Sometimes I've seen 14 come out and then 15 come out. See here, you got 12, right? So 12 came out 2 digits more from it. Look, you got the 5 and you got the 9. The 9 is 3 digits less, 3 digits more, right? And the 0 is 1 digit less than the 1. So there you go, 2 digits. That's why it's 2 away, right? And so I tell people look for 1 to 3. So when 12 came out, I would have been looking for a 12 to 15. You understand? Instead of looking at 17, 18, 19, 20, 27, 22, look at the sums. See, people don't use the sums. That's why I said be at the sum. Now 13's gone. You don't play until the sum comes. That's why you see the green there saying a hit. Bang, when a hit comes, bang, start thinking now. The big four sums. Look, 1, 2, 3. In the third draw, 15 came. You know what I'm saying? Look, no gaps. Now none of them comes. And you notice the gap there. So now I would play all the other ones around it. What's around 15? That's a high sum. You got 15, 17, and 19. And what's your other sums for 12 and 14? You got 11 and 13. So you know, and then you could go lower. Of course, it's either going to be a high to 16 and 18 and 20. You know, you'll see them 16 will be around 18 and 20. You know what I'm saying? 10 is around 12. See, look. 12, what came next? 10. A 20 came. 1, 2, third draw. 16 came. So I look 16, look for 18 may come. No, don't show. Because then they don't really show that much. But they come. See how 17 came 3 times in a row? You see? So, fine, you could get paid. 17, look at other numbers with 17 in it. And I would always use a key digit. Because look, the 7 is still there. The 5 is still there. And a 7. You always see each one of them have one number in it from the 17. See, the 17 got a 7 here. 17 here got a 4 in it. And then the 17 here got a 4 and a 7 in it. So they always got a connection, you know. So anyway, you just keep going. Look here, 14. And then next year, 14, a double hit. DH means double hit. You had 12. Bang. What comes again? 12 comes out again. 14. What comes after? Bang. 14 repeats again. 21 comes, throws you off, but repeats 14. Then you see 13. That's a hit. 15 was a hit, right? So 15, tell me, look at my next numbers. You had 14 already, so 13 should be due. Bang, hit. Boom. Okay, what comes back? 15 comes back, hit, bang. Okay, so we don't have 15, 14, 13. You know 12, and it's going to be around there. Bang, here come 12. Bang, bang, give you a double hit. Then goes to 14, bang. Then gets you 15, bang. Back to 12. Boom. All right, you wait. 13 comes. All right, I'll be looking at 13 because you had a lot of 12. So now I'm looking at 13 and 15 and 14. Boom. So you had 15 and you had 13. Nothing else left, I would be looking at 12, 14. 12 and 14, you'd be showing up, and you most likely see 10. You probably see 10, then 12, 14, and then something like 18 or a high number going to come because I see 20 was the last highest number. So I would be looking at something lower than 20 now. You know, like 18 is definitely overdue to show up because the 18 hasn't showed in a while. You see 16 was the highest. So 16 to 17, and then you got here to 21 and 23. But there's no 18. And 16 rarely showed up, showed up once. All right, so that's that. All right, so that's my project for there. Then my other project is, let me see here. Where's it at? Okay, this here I want to talk to you guys with. This here is the Pick3 sums. Now, I chose these states here. This is called the multi-state sum tracking. So I'm tracking just the sums itself. Now, this right here, you have different ways to view it. You can view it three ways: midday only, evening only, or both together. So I want to show you, this is right now you're looking at midday only together. So you notice most of these states here, the reason they're up here is because these are airball machine drawn numbers. They're not computerized. Each one of these states up here are not computerized. And that's the reason I have these tracking, because it's too many to have them all across, and I don't need to track them that way like this. I wanted to track the ones that were doing airball systems because that's what we use here. They use in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, so I like those systems. So I wanted to look at a pattern. There's a book that's out now that I'm ordered. I'm waiting for that to come, showing me there's some thing that happening different between the airball system and the computerized system, and I noticed that a lot too. So it can be beneficial in both ways to know both. So I'm also been noticing the ones that I don't have here, like Missouri and Kansas City and Kentucky and Minnesota and all of them. Those, some of them are one states, Wyoming and Washington. I don't have um, DC up here, but I got Virginia and I got Maryland. Even though some places don't take Maryland, I got Maryland. As you can see, I want to show you something here. Look here between July for Maryland, right? Look here from July 5th all the way to 29th. From the 29th to the 5th. Look, 12, 12, 18, 18, 14, 12, 12. So you know what I see there? Not just the sum itself, that it's all evens. Notice how on midday, it just kept giving you even, 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 even. Look how they're not changing. New Jersey gave you in the last 4 middays, evening. New York gave you 3, back to back. Indiana, 3. There's usually back to back. You're not going to see it flip. Look here. What state is this? New Hampshire. New Hampshire. From June 18th all the way to June 28th. Look at that. Odd sums. Just odd sums. And there's more high odd sums than anything. So you're going to see 15 and 17 for sure. So you can throw it in. Look, 19 and 15. Then you got 7. I noticed you didn't see 9 yet. 9 is the only one. Look, 7 been coming. So 9 sums is definitely overdue. In New Hampshire, look, there go 1 that showed up way back here. The last time it came was May 30th. Some 9s, not many. Then look, it came twice in May. Then May 13th. Look, May 9th. May 3rd. So it came like 4 times in May. April. So there was a time when it was coming a lot. I see, but when it came, the blues took over. You see the colors, how they changing now? See, this how it went to blue now, where the 9 is at now? See, look. 9, 9, but the blue is there around the 6. This is good information here. It helps you, let you see the flow of the numbers. And, I heard someone say, like you said, when they change the machines, of the balls, air ball system, you'll notice a change in the patterns of the numbers. Like, so you'll see some like just keep repeating the same thing. So sometimes you can get a sum that'll repeat so many times. Like you see here, you got 19, you got 15 came 1, 2, 3, 3 times. 11 came twice, 17. How many times? 1, 2 times so far. Then 3. But it's like back to back. So this is really good. You can use this multi-state to track stuff. So I'm gonna put it on both tracks now here, and now you can see both tracks and see how they want. Still, you're seeing the same similar thing where you'll see consistency. Look at this in Maryland. Look at all the blue. Look at that, all that blue starting from July 7th. Look, all the blue just went straight up. One odd sum, and that happened on the 10th in the midday. Besides that, it was nothing but even numbers. So if you were playing, if you chasing a number with odds in it, you lost your money, buddy. So you know what that's telling me in Maryland, that the sums or the patterns that's coming out is either all evens or it's two odds with an even. That's what makes an even sum. So that's why I tell people it's good to follow patterns. Patterns tell a story. You see? Look at South Carolina. See South Carolina? Look how it played from July 10th, 2 days. 9 came 3 draws in a row. In midday twice and once in the evening. Come on. These are patterns that are doing. Look. Patterns here in Michigan. An 11 on the 10th, July 10th, it came a sum 11. Then the next midday, a sum 11. Then now, last night, midday, sum 11. See how they're just playing with you? It's bringing the sums right back. And there's only but so many sums, but yet we chasing the number, chase the sum. New Hampshire gave you 15, three draws in a row. 3 draws in a row right there. Fine. We chasing. Oh, what number could that be? Let me show you something. Let's go and see. Well, what can I do with that info? 3 draws in a row, right? So let's take this out and let's put in some, right? Because sometimes you could put in high sums that way too, cut sums. That would be another good way of doing it, where the cut sums will cover if you believe it's going to be a high or a low. So that means then you could put in like 5, 7, 9. You know what I'm saying? And so there you go. If you know that it's going to be two lows, or should I say 2 highs, right? And a low, because usually when you have 2 odds, one will be high, one will be low. So if you got, that means your even most likely is going to be a high even. The only way the 2 odds, now there is a chance it could be 5, 7, 5 or 5, 9 or 7, 9 or double 5, double 7, double 9. You know what I'm saying? So you go there, and so when you click this, what happens? Click some, it's not working. Oh, hold on, I did something wrong here. All numbers box, high low box, cut some. Oh, my bad. Duh. Cut some is not going to be that. Let me take that out. That's why. Duh. Okay. See, I put the cut sums in there, and why it didn't come out? Because there is no 5, 7, or 9. because it's an even sum, not an odd sum. I'm thinking I had it backwards wrong. So anyway, there you go. These are your 30 numbers right here. Two odds with even. If you look in there, you'll see one odd high, one odd low. Look, you'll see, look, here are your double high odds. Remember I telling you? 5 5 5 7 5 9. You got 7 7 7 9 9 9. See there? These are doubles right there. That's your two high odds. But then your other numbers. See, here you go, 5 5 7 7, all that. Fine. But after that, now this is where you got right here. See there? There you got 1 5 1 5 1 7 1 7 and 1 9. So those of you want to look out for, and then you got your three. You know what I'm saying? So you got 3 5 8 3 7 3 5 3 8. See that 3 9? Boom, fine, right there. And so boom. It's up to you to say, what are you looking for? So if you do a key digit, because it's Connecticut and see that the three hasn't been out in 33 days, I would also be looking out for triple threes because I know triple's been coming out lately everywhere in the state. So I would look out for triple threes if I were you guys. But that's what I think. This here I got 356 because I do believe it's going to be a high and it could be a low number with the pattern instead of the even being so you get something like low, high, low. So I would look at that. See there. So now I would look at the low evens with that. So see 035, 239. You see the low even 349, 34, so you got the 3 4 and the O. So it's a O, 2, and the 3 has been added with it. If it's not, yeah, otherwise, if it's a high even, this is what I think one of these numbers here will be the winning number for the Connecticut, besides it being triple, or doubles, could get doubles, in the history. But I would go, you got to look now. Let's look at the numbers and let's read it. Now, I have another technique I'll show you guys that I've been doing, and let's see if it works for you guys. I'm going to stop this video right now.